real time pick slip generation. It will be scheduled every half an hour, or how the stores people will pick the items based on the orders.
Point of meaning base, say one thing. When we create a move order, I'll get the list of all the move orders here. So for which move order we wanted to move the material, accordingly we are going to perform this move order pick slips manually. Right? So then what is this sub-inventory transfers? Sub-inventory
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, how move order number is generated? Some value came, right? From which setup it is picking that value?
There is no setup, Baba. There is a built-in setup which is where we have a document sequences created to generate your move order number. We don't have to create any setup to generate move order number. Otherwise, I could have shown you.
Okay, so there is no customization also to make it from serial number 1.
Yes, in my instance,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi sir, this is Tarun here. Can we perform through locator wise also, locator to locator move orders instead of sub inventory to sub inventory, one locator to one locator? Okay. For the locator wise also, we need to generate move orders in real time.
Say, move orders are basically used to transfer the material from one sub-inventory to another sub-inventory. There is no need to create a move order to transfer the material from one locator to another locator within the same sub-inventory. Hope if you understand.
The sub-inventories, yeah.
Here, just try to understand when I'm trying to create a move order transaction here. Say, if you want a move order to be created with your own move order number, you can enter. When I tab it out, it automatically generates, but you still have an option to enter your own move order number. Are you getting the point here? So either we can it can be generated based on the sequence, based on the document sequence, or we can enter this manually. And here, if you see this transfer type, move order transfers, if I select the source sub inventory as stores, in the destination, I'm not able to see these stores at all. In the destination, I'm able to see damaged and stores. So it is move orders are not created to transfer the material from one locator to another locator within the same sub inventory.
Okay, sir.
But I'll show you how do we transfer the material from one locator to another locator. Okay, now here we have transferred the material from what? Again, this is an issue, something related to our this. So we have created, this is my source sub inventory, that is stores, and here this is my staging. Now, when we wanted to transfer the material, like we have created a move order transaction, move order 1, for which item, say for example, some item 1, for say for example 100 quantity. So here already we have how much quantity here? 90. So once this move order is allocated and transacted, once this is transacted, the 100 quantity will be updated into my store. So again, when you review my on-hand quantity, Here it becomes 800 and here it becomes 100, right? After processing this move order transaction, meaning my assumption here is the current physical quantity in the inventory is 900. So this is how the stock levels are going to get updated. Now, the point is here, after transferring the material, maybe you have transferred 100 units in some box, but later after completion of this transaction, when the staging people have opened the box, instead of 100 they found 95 items, meaning 5 items are missing here, meaning transaction is created for 100, meaning that is my system quantity, but physically when we have opened the box we found only uh, some quantity less, and when we inquired this, we found that 5 quantity is missing in my stores, meaning that 5 quantity is there in my store. So here it shows that physical quantity as 800, but sorry, system quantity is showing as 800, but physically it is having 805. Then what will you do?
Miscellaneous issue will do.
In this case, if I go for miscellaneous, we have to create how many transactions, miscellaneous transactions here? For
Only
one,
one we need to.
two. For one sub inventory, it is miscellaneous issue. Another sub inventory,
Yeah,
it is miscellaneous.
miscellaneous
But
receipt. Yes, yes.
how to say here, since this is the correction which is supposed to be made between these two sub inventories at a time, I should have one transaction reference where it can show that it is an adjustment between these two sub inventories. Then we have a feature called as sub inventory transfers. Sub inventory transfers are logical transfers, which is basically used for sub inventory adjustments. Now, just now I have shown you that physical quantity in the inventory, like when you see this is for which item? Staging, it is showing us here, it is staging, it is 100 and stores, it is 800. Now I'm going to create sub inventory transfers. So for sub inventory transfers, we don't have to perform all these activities. It is one single step at a time. It is going to create adjustments between this. So here no need to approve or no need to allocate or no need to generate fixed slip report here. Directly one single transaction will update and adjust the quantity between the sub inventories. So here transactions, sub inventory transfers. Which sub inventory transfers? I'm using sub inventory transfer. Click on transaction lines and which item here? GSS new sub inventories. This is my source sub inventory. Staging to stores some 5 quantity. And here I'm not creating a fixed slip. Physically I'm not allocating or this is all basically for sub inventory adjustments. Once you save these sub inventory transfers, the transactions are going to get updated into my sub inventories. That is sub inventory on hand availability, on hand quantity. This is GSS new. This 5 got decreased from staging and it got increased in my stores. Am I clear on this point?
Sir, like in real time, which transfer will you use? Like this sub inventory transfer or move order transfer?
In real time, both are used. When
Means
you
like
no, listen to me. When you are
okay,
going to physically transfers, we use move order transfers because these two are different transactions, right? It is not the same. Try to understand. There is lots of difference between a move order transfers and sub inventory transfers. Move order transfers are physical transfers. When you physically wanted to transfer the material from one sub inventory to another sub inventory, we use physical move order transfers. When you want an sub inventory adjustments to be created, we'll create sub inventory transfers. It is not the same transaction I have shown you twice. This is physical transfers, this is logical transfers.
okay, means to adjust our suppose if quantity of the item is mismatching that maybe that time we'll use sub inventory transfers.
Yes, that's what I've shown you. That is what I have explained you as well.
Okay, okay.
Right? These are not same transaction. Move order maybe concept wise it is basically used to transfer the material from one sub inventory to another sub inventory. But this is basically for physical transfers. This is for logical transfers for sub inventory adjustments. I made the point clear.
Okay, sir, got it now.
Inter-organization transfers. What is this inter-organization transfers here? Transferring the material from one one inventory organization to another inventory organization. And one more point here. Here I created move order transfers manually. But in real time, in what scenarios we are going to create these move orders? So in real time, the move orders are going to be created automatically whenever meaning these move orders are going to be originated from my order management when we are going to process our sales orders. Meaning once you book an order, so we have to move the material from main stores to staging, then only we'll be able to ship the goods to our customers. So in that case, the move orders are originated from other sources like planning or from order management or manufacturing. From different sources, we are going to get this move orders. So I have shown you how do you create a move order manually, but at the time of discussing order management, I'll also show you how these move orders are going to be created automatically. Inter-organization transfer. So transferring the material from one inventory organization to another inventory organization. Now here, when we are going to create inter-organization transfers, so we are going to transfer the material from source organization to destination organization. Source organization to destination organization. Maybe this is, I have a plant in what? Gujarat. And this is, say, for example, Jamshedpur. So when you are going to transfer the material from one inventory to another inventory, we'll be creating an inter-organization transactions. So here, when you wanted to move the material, say for example, this is a manufacturing plant. This is a manufacturing plant. This is a manufacturing plant, and maybe this is my distribution organization. Now you tell me, when this Gujarat plant is going to transfer the material to destination organization. So we call the transfer as inter-organization transfers, but when my source organization is supposed to transfer the material to destination organization,
Whenever the
so
required item or
How do you know when there is a requirement?
When they got sales orders.
Say
When they got
sometimes, yeah, here it is something like the first scenario is the source organization, as soon as they complete the manufacturing process, immediately they can transfer the material to destination, meaning we don't need permission or a request from destination organization. As soon as the manufacturing process is completed, we can pack it and directly will send. So that is creating inventory organizations without create inter-organization transfers without internal requisition or internal sales orders. Meaning without internal, meaning directly, as soon as the manufacturing plant is completed, directly we can send these goods to Jamshedpur. But this is one first method where directly we can implement this in our inventory. Second method is create inter-organization transfers with IR ISO. What is this? IR meaning internal requisition, ISO meaning internal sales order. With IR ISO meaning the source organization is supposed to supply the material to my destination organization only when the destination organization is having the requirement. Like what this destination organization will do is whenever they have a requirement, they send an internal requisition to my source organization, and the source organization will convert this internal requisition as internal sales order and supply and ship the goods to my destination organization. Are you getting the point here? So there are two ways where we can process our inter-organization transfers, that is without IR ISO and with IR ISO. But this concept I'll be discussing when we have completed the implementation of purchasing and also order management. So first we'll see inter-organization transfers with IR ISO, meaning here we don't need any permission from the destination organization. As soon as the manufacturing process is completed, we can start moving the material to our destination organization. So tomorrow we'll discuss about this inter-organization transfers. Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you.